What do you guys know about the Beretta 92 series? It's a fan favorite, but it's pretty much already phased out by the US military because the standards have changed. But for a lot of enthusiasts, they adore the Italian-made Beretta 92FS. Hi guys, I'm Dan here with Battlefield Curator. Now, I'm not your 80s action hero, but the Beretta 92 has been known for being in a lot of 80s and 90s and 2000s action movies and TV series. It was the Beretta M9 in the US military. So hey guys, we have to talk about the development of the Beretta 92 series. Beretta itself as a company has been around since 1526. That's quite a legacy for a weapons manufacturing company. So production of the original Beretta 92 began in 1976. It borrowed some design features from the previous Beretta models like the M1951 as well as the Walther P38. Now Beretta knew that the key to success would be getting a military contract or getting police contracts around the globe, and that's what they sought to do. Now, the Beretta 92 itself went through different phases and refinements. There's a list of a whole bunch of the different variants throughout the years. You had a 92S, which was adopted by the Italian military and police. You had a Beretta 92SB. You had the Beretta 92F. But what really matters here is in the late 1970s, the U.S. military sought to replace the M1911. You see, the M1911A1, which was currently in service at the time, was aging and it needed an upgrade. The single stack magazine that held 7 rounds just wasn't cutting it. Even though, yes, it was 45 ACP, it could put an enemy down pretty easily. But not everybody could shoot a 45 ACP accurately and at distance. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. Also, check out the Battlefield Curator merch store, battlefieldcuratorstore.com. You can get yourself a t-shirt, hoodie, or jacket like this one. These are custom designed Battlefield Curator camo patterns. You can't find them anywhere else. Thanks for the support. Now back to the content. Now, based off of the trials, Beretta refined the 92 series yet again and came out with the 92FS. So after testing a whole bunch of pistols in the late 70s and into the early 80s, the US military finally adopted what would be known as the M9 in 1985. So essentially the Beretta M9 and the 92FS are almost exactly alike. Let's go test out the Beretta 92FS at 10 yards and see what it does. That did pretty good. A little bit of rapid firing. I might not be the best when it comes to pistols. Let's see what it can do at 60 yards. I don't really practice pistols at 60 yards, but hey, that was actually pretty decent. All right, so what we have here is the M9. What you'll notice is that there's an ambidextrous safety that also acts as a decocker. The action is double action, single action. You have an exposed hammer that you can cock back if you wanted to fire it in single action. It also has a loaded chamber indicator. The magazine release on the M9 and 92FS is going to be on the left side here of the pistol grip. Now the magazine itself holds 15 rounds of 9mm Luger. Looking down the sights, there are 2 white dots on the rear sight and 1 white dot on the front sight. Takedown and cleaning is quite easy because there's a push button on this side you would push down, and then there's a lever, a spring-loaded lever that you would also push down like that, and then the slide comes loose. So when it comes down to the legacy of the Beretta 92 series, I think that this is one of the most influential pistols of the modern era. When you think about the different militaries that used them and how they were used in the US military, you gotta think of all the different conflicts that a lot of soldiers and airmen and Marines and Navy personnel used them. You gotta think Gulf War, Iraq War, Afghan War, and there's probably still Beretta M9s in reserve units and National Guard units, police MPs using them. So what compelled me to get a 92 series and a M9? I just definitely like the look of the 92FS. Think about all the movies, video games, TV shows that the 92FS was portrayed in. I think the Beretta series of pistols was just part of a lot of millennials and Gen Zs growing up. And I personally used the M9 in the military. I was an armor, so I had to deal with them a lot. And you know, I kind of always wanted one just because I knew how they operated, I knew how they functioned, and you know, I had soldiers that had them in the Army, so I said, hey, you know what, one of these days I'm gonna get a M9. And the first thing I got was a 92FS. You know, the design has changed now. Like, Beretta has gone, and they still keep the 92 series going, but it's so modernized. It's got the Picatinny rail on the bottom side. They changed the grip, but there's something about the classic aesthetics of the Beretta 92 and that signature look on a movie screen or in a video game. It's a great pistol for that era, and some people love it, some people hate it, but in all honesty, I think it's part of American history, it's part of world history. A lot of world organizations used them, and I just couldn't let them slide when I came across them for a very cheap price. But yeah, there's a ton of Beretta 92 series pistols out there. Let me know in the comments if you are thinking about getting a Beretta 92FS or if you already have one. Overall, I think the 92FS served its time in history as we see more modern pistols coming out with more mag capacity, a better accuracy, more reliability. The 92 series is just kind of going away, but there's a lot of people that do like the aesthetics of it and do remember it as being the service pistol of choice when they were serving their time in the military. Be sure to learn history and curate history. Pulverize the like button, subscribe for the algorithms. Make it a great day.